Alright, before we get into the actual gameplay I want to show off, I want you to see the ending of this gun game match right here. I get the rockets, I'm like trying to pick off somebody, totally whiff that way over the wall, that's fine. Pull it out, alright, this is perfect time to shoot somebody. You can literally see on the on-screen indicators me smashing the fire button. Smash that fire button! And the rocket didn't shoot. It just wouldn't shoot. And then I get knifed and get sent back to the rockets. This has been a recurring thing. But we're gonna talk about this in today's video. In this video, I'm going to talk about some of my problems with the gun game added to Call of Duty Mobile and the things that it brings forward, but I totally forgot to mention before I recorded it that gun game showers you in those weapon XP cards. So I've been having people add me in game to send me weapon XP cards so I can quickly level up my guns. Well, between getting more use out of a variety of guns, which builds up your XP and achievement progress with them, it also just gives you a weapon XP cards as rewards. So if you're looking for the quickest way to level up your guns in Call of Duty Mobile, play the hell out of gun game. It will just give you tons. Alright, hey, what's up everybody? I'm EposVox and welcome back to Call of Duty Mobile. They've added gun game as a 30-day event to Call of Duty Mobile, and I was super stoked for this, just like I was stoked for free-for-all, because gun game is another free-for-all mode, and one that has been one of my favorite game modes since Counter-Strike Source, and you know, super old school shooters, and I usually have a lot of fun with it. Gun game, if you're unfamiliar with it, you basically progress your way through a series of 10 or so guns available in the game, and every time you get a kill, you change to the next gun, and then if you get knifed, then you end up going down a tier to the previous gun. That's how it typically works across games. It's been in, like I said, shooters since Counter-Strike Source. It was first introduced Call of Duty-wise officially in Call of Duty Black Ops 1, I believe. In the party games mode, you had the like high roller tiers and things like that. It's a lot of fun. It is free-for-all. You have this kind of thing where instead of in normal free-for-all running frantically around the match trying to get in, you know, third party in fights and just trying to take everyone out, here you're trying to really basically just manipulate spawns depending on how well the mode is set up, because you see everyone's spawning around you and keep spawning in the same spot, and so you don't really get to move too far, because if you do, like if you try to hold up in a specific situation, which you may see me do in this gameplay, I don't remember, if you try to hold up in a specific spot, then you run the risk of just not seeing anybody, and then it's all about the kill momentum, because if someone's picking off people faster than you, then they're gonna blow past your score. Even if you were in first place, they're gonna very quickly overtake you. And the same thing on the counterpoint, if you end up with a gun that you just can't use or get a kill with, then you lose all momentum and end up losing the spot that you were holding, and it can be very frustrating, but typically it's also very rewarding, because it's like prime competition that, you know, free-for-all is already pretty competitive and good in that way, but this is like the ultimate form of that. But if you end up with a gun, like in this game specifically, the shotgun for me, I have the worst trouble with, because shotgunning on mobile is just not an option. You end up in some really frustrating situations, and that's why, despite the fact that I was very excited for gun game to be added to Call of Duty Mobile here, and I was super excited to play it, I've actually become very mad at and really frustrated with this game mode. Not because the game mode itself is a problem, or that I think including it is a problem, but because it super accentuates all of the problems with Call of Duty Mobile specifically. It accentuates every time you have lag, all of the input latency, the guns that literally refuse to shoot sometimes, like I showed at the beginning, when I'm literally, you can see the icon at the bottom of the screen when I'm smashing the fire button, and the gun just doesn't shoot for inexplicably just refuses to shoot. I encountered this with the snipers, the shotgun just rarely shoots on mobile, the rocket launcher just doesn't do it. You know, you have all this issues, and then you also have the issue of really running in, and like that sniper double shot without me even like trying to. That was really weird. It was lucky in my case, but really weird. And then you end up in this weird like song and dance of people who can't, you know, move properly. Like you get too close to someone and you have a shotgun or they have a shotgun, and you're trying to avoid getting knifed, and you just end up in this awkward song and dance of trying to move around them before you get the kill, and it just accentuates all the problems with this game. And I've been pretty disappointed to see it. Like it's been fun. I've had fun with it. I've come in top 4 every single game, usually top 3, but I've only won a couple. And it's because of these weird situations where I get stuck, just unable to proceed, and I lose all momentum, and someone blows past me. It gets all, it gets slowed down so much, and you just lose it. And it's with free-for-all, you know that based on your skill, in most cases, you can actually win. You know you can win. You know you can outplay the enemy and do really well. In this case, you really start to feel like you're not winning because of things outside of your control, because of the weird, the progression and the weird just responsiveness of this mobile port. It's just really brought up some problems with me. But gun game's pretty fun. Go check it out if you haven't already. And hopefully, as servers improve or whatever is required to make this game feel more responsive, hopefully it improves. I really do think, though, that there is some sort of issue. You talk about with gaming keyboards, they have this concept of in-key rollover, in that it will accept as many inputs as you can get it up to a certain amount, which is usually stupidly high and not something anyone would hit, which is advantageous for RTS players that are just like smashing the whole keyboard to do movements. I really feel like the mobile games here have a limit of how many inputs they can accept, and you end up in a situation where I'm trying to move, I'm aiming down sights, and I'm trying to shoot that rocket, and it's not accepting the fire input just because it can't accept that many inputs at once. And if so, that makes this unfit for a first-person shooter gaming experience. And I don't know if that's based on the screen of the specific phone that you're using, or if it's just a weird input delay with the game or the operating system itself, but something's weird about it. Tell me that wasn't a headshot. Tell me. And I really hope that at some point this can be resolved, but without knowing enough to even point out what the actual problem is, I don't even know how to begin to get that ball rolling. So let me know what you think about gun game and the upcoming, the recent changes and add-ins to the game in the comment section down below, rather. I will have a video coming soon talking about Call of Duty Mobile PC versus mobile, and whether or not it's cheating, and some added thoughts about this. This has been a big discussion lately, of course, and I did make that video on how to play the official Game Loop emulator. I'll have that linked in the description down below. Curious what your guys' thoughts are. Hit the like button, subscribe for more gaming content. I'll see you in the next one.